Hi guys! Long time no see, right? Well, I'm back with some tips on how you guys could create your own Sims 4 challenge. Yeah, The Sims is about being able to do what you want, when you want, however you want, but sometimes that could get a little boring, all that free will and whatnot. Sometimes it's fun to try a challenge out to spice up your gameplay. And there are plenty of challenges out there to try. Legacies, color themes, murderous spouses, having an absurd amount of babies. You know these. They've been around since way before The Sims 4. But wouldn't it be interesting to come up with your own take on the Sims 4 challenge and cater it towards the gameplay you like to do or would want to try? Yes, this might sound cool and all, but where do you even start? Is there going to be generations in your challenge? Or should it be played with a single sim? Do you want to make your challenge difficult? Or is it just for fun? Let's figure that out. Alright, before you start trying to put a challenge together, it might be helpful to decide what kind of challenge you want to create. Here are a few types to get you started. Generational/legacy challenges. These challenges tend to revolve around focusing on a main sim and continuing their legacy by having children, choosing an heir, and then moving on to the heir's generation, and then so on. These types of challenges are easy to work with because you can easily separate the challenge into different sections by generations. Rags to riches. Simple enough, you start with 0 simoleons, and you have to work your way up to being a wealthy and successful sim. Color theme. These challenges revolve around a color theme. Color theme to match your sim's house, their personality traits, the sim themselves, or all of above combined. Occults. The Sims offer a good variety of occults to try out. You could create a challenge based on spellcasters, werewolves, ghosts, and so on. Cast/build challenges. If gameplay isn't really your thing, you could come up with a challenge involving create a sim or build mode. For casts and builds, you could try limiting packs, setting a time limit, or sticking to a certain color or theme. Also for casts, you could even try the story mode, which could be fun when creating a sim. There are so many other challenge aspects out there to consider, such as playing with lot traits/lot challenges, or basing your challenge off playing in a certain location. Consider all the collections in the game, you could add those into your mix. Randomly generate your sim's personality, or make a rule that you can't use any cheats. Personally, my favorite part of challenges are the ones that involve gameplay I never use in my Sims' daily lives. Step out of your comfort zone and give something new a try. Okay, so this is the fun part. This is when you get to pick and choose what gameplay is going to go into your challenge. So I did the hard part for you, and I dissected every pack, and I think I managed to get most of the gameplay features down onto a spreadsheet for you. This way it'll be easy for you to pick and choose how you want to build your challenge. Usually I go by generations. So let's say I want Horse Ranch to be the theme of this generation. I'll say that the sim needs to live in Chestnut Ridge. They're going to make all their money from selling nectar. And they need to master the horse riding skill and complete the championship rider aspiration. Gen 1, easily done. But an even more interesting way to go about this is to mix and match gameplay from various packs. This will give you a very unique challenge to complete. Let's say I want this gen to live in Evergreen Harbor. You have to turn on the simple living lot challenge, master the wellness skill, all while they're raising 3 children and completing the super parent aspiration. If you wanted to feel less random and want more of a story to be told, well, it could be interesting to write a short description of the sim and their personality, attitude, and reasons why they have these goals. If you need examples of these bios, a good challenge I first got inspiration from was the Not So Berry challenge. For each generation, there's a little description that explains why the gameplay is the way it is. It makes sense and gives you a lot more guidance to your imagination while you complete the challenge. To organize and plan out your challenge, there are a few different routes you could take. The easiest way is probably just to open up a text editor. Like Google Docs, Pages, Word, whatever. Then you can simply start writing out the rules and guidelines to your challenge. Nothing fancy, just getting your challenge ideas down on virtual paper to keep track of what your challenge entails. A more old-fashioned way is to get out scratch paper and scribble down your ideas on literal paper. And then you can clean them up in a text editor. This is a more organic and maybe more fluid way to brainstorm your challenge's rules. The way I personally plan out my challenges is to open up a brainstorming app. This is going to start sounding like an ad, but I don't really care, so anyways, currently I use Milanote. It's basically an endless canvas where you get all your thoughts, ideas, and notes in one place, and you can just click and drag everything around to organize a cohesive structure of your challenge. I think there's a free version that just limits the amount of items on your board, but other options are Freeform for Mac, and for Windows, there's Windows Whiteboard, and both are free brainstorming canvases. I totally recommend trying one of these apps out. It's so much fun, and it really keeps me focused and organized. Now, once you have all your ideas in one place, you can start to finalize your challenge. Open up that text editor and start putting your challenge's rules in order. Write out your bios and bullet points into a clean document that's easy to read and follow while you play through your challenge. Don't forget to give your challenge a name. If this challenge you wrote is just for you to use, this could be your final step before you start playing. But if you plan on sharing your challenge with friends in the Sims community, there could be a couple more steps to take. So there are a few things you have to decide when you want to share your challenge with the Sims community, such as what social media platform you want to share it on, and depending what platform you choose, that will kind of influence how you want your posts to look. Well, for the most popular social media sites and apps, you could probably just use the same graphics in all your posts. Let's talk about some ways we can make these graphics. I say the easiest way to make your posts look nice, inviting, and organized is to actually use Google Slides. It's free and easy to learn, unlike Photoshop. Plus, the text editing is so much better than it is in Photoshop and other programs like it. To start, I recommend adjusting the dimensions to fit whatever social media platform you're planning on using. I just go with Instagram's portrait size dimensions, which are 1080 by 1350 pixels, or a 4:5 aspect ratio. To do this, go to the menu bar, find File, then select Page Setup, change the unit to pixels, and then put in the suitable pixel dimensions. Your goal is to keep things clean and simple to understand. Have titles, bold important text, use a color palette/theme, bullet points, and if you're really ambitious, you could add your own graphics and icons. You can share these slides you just made in two ways. Either make the slides shareable so that anywhere you post a link to the slides, people will be able to view them. I do that along with saving the slides as JPEGs so that I can post them onto Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. To do this, go back to the menu bar and select File and select Download and click JPEG Image. This will save your current slide as just an image you could post. Do this for all your slides, keep them in order, and you can post them on whatever site you want. Keep in mind that on Instagram and Reddit, you can only add 20 photos to a post, and TikTok 35. If you have more slides than that, you might want to add the Google Slides share link into your Instagram bio or post description. For Twitter, or X, it only allows 4 photos in a post. So I just pick the first 4 slides, post those, and then in the post text say something along the lines as, if you want to see the full challenge, click the link to my Google Slides, and then copy and paste the link. Remember to tag your post with any relevant Sims hashtag so more people can find your challenge. Oh, and for Reddit, the r/Sims4 subreddit and r/The Sims is a great place to share your challenge. Anyone can make a challenge with whatever packs you already have, even with just the base game. Sure, you might have less options, but the base game does have a good amount of content to consider. If this challenge is just for you, you can use whatever packs you have. If this challenge is to share, still, you can use whatever packs you have, and if that's all of them, then people with all of them can try playing it. Or, if you wanted to limit the packs you use, it might be more accessible to more players. But either way, this is your challenge, and you shouldn't feel pressured into shaping your challenge into anything but what will be fun for you. Rules are very important when it comes to structuring your challenge. That's what will make the challenge more of a challenge. Make sure your challenge has rules or guidelines that you and other players are meant to follow. Remember that this challenge is yours. You don't have to worry about whether you think it will be fun for others, or too easy, or too difficult. Unless your goal is to make a challenge that goes viral in the Sims community, there's nothing wrong with keeping it personal. Plus, if you do share it, you never know who might be interested in the same type of gameplay that you're into. Making a Sims 4 challenge is supposed to be a fun and creative process that could expand the way you play The Sims. This might be a time-consuming process, but there's no pressure or time limit, so take your time, try something different, and enjoy it. You're a Sims challenge creator now. Okay, so I think that's all I got for you guys this time. Thank you guys for all your support and feedback. I love making tutorial videos for you guys. Oh, and if you do make a Sims 4 challenge after this video, maybe comment about it down below so we can see if we want to play your challenge too. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that stuff real YouTubers say, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys! Okay, but also I'm going to self-promote real quick and mention that I could totally draw your Sims. I drew one of mine and it was super fun. I would love to make more of them. So if you're interested in a commission, just email tinyskylines@gmail.com. It will be in the description as well. Okay, bye for real. Thank you.